Hello everyone, welcome to the Street Show. I'm playing some Monster Train today. The last episode was a little bit interesting. It was a very short actual run, followed by a very quick, yet still unsuccessful daily run. I blame that on A, me not being the greatest player, and B, the fact that it had been several days since the last time I played this. I was a little rusty, I think. But we are here again, playing as the Umbra and the Melting Remnant, the unlikely duo powerhouse. Let's see. So we got the Consume Seraph, and then we got some drafts, which is nice. We got Immortal Trade, which could be helpful. An engine upgrade, which I think will be more helpful since we're primary Umbra if we get like a Maker Master combo with Penumbra going. Then we can just engine upgrade that floor. But that requires a bit of setup and obviously a bunch of units that we don't have yet. So let's go with the Glutton. I thought about the Architect to kind of balance out. Oh, yes. Oh, these are both good. I think we have to go with Fossilized Fangs on this one. I mean, especially if we're going Maker Master, we have to. All right, a unit draft. All right, let's see. That is a lot of damage right on the first floor. It's a lot of damage I don't want to deal with. I think we'll just put... Hold on a sec. They'll go down to 3 attack. Convenient. Maybe we'll get lucky. Actually, let's do it here. Maybe we'll get lucky, and we'll draw a Train Steward right here. Oh my god, seriously? Alright, how do we do this then? I think we just try and pump this guy up. Okay, does this help us? Ah, we do some damage to one. We don't get any attack upgrades, there's no more capacity. Well, this is turning out to be an interesting run already. And then we get all these Train Stewards. Lovely. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 15 damage there. So if I played 2 Train Stewards and a draft, we kill some things. And then I think we have to play another draft. So we will take some pyre damage. I'm very curious as to how the rest of this is going to turn out. Let's see. I think we go here. Let's put that in front because it's going to die. And then let's get some Gorge triggers on that. I'm very, very tempted to play this Immortal Trade, excuse me, on Penumbra. 3 life steal. I'm curious to try something. I don't know if by default lifesteal will drop by 1 every turn, or if it's you get that many attacks with lifesteal. And I think I'm just gonna play this Train Steward so that it doesn't clutter up the rest of the deck, so I am getting consistently about the same cards every time. Alright, so we've got 3 lifesteal there, which I'm going to change to 6 lifesteal. And then we're going to double Shade Splitter. It looks like we're just going to have a bunch of Ember next round. These all die, and I get one hit in. Lovely. At least Penumbra is gonna take care of a lot of it. Oh, look! Penumbra's taking care of all of it. So we're just gonna play those. Bring out a couple, because we can. Huh. I think we want to take Feast. I've got enough drafts. I really need to get some reform triggers going. I think for now we'll take the Entombed Explosive, because that'll help with some damage output. Here's the Master. Now we just need Morsel Maker. Is it worth getting one of these, though? Let me see something. I think we have to take the Master, and then we need to make sure we pick the Umbra unit and hope that we get the Morsel Maker. Because if we can, then our top floor is set up. We got another Master. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out how we make all this work. I think we need to buff up this Shadow Eater. Apparently I can only buff it up with the one, but multi-strike is pretty good. I guess what I'm looking for is a Lady of the Reformed and a Morsel Maker. 75 coins is neither of those. And we will probably take some pyre damage in this fight. But we are still getting everything kind of set up. So let's see. If I put Penumbra, he will heal up. I can put the Morsel Master there. And then I can still put morsels here and get double triggers. So that's fine. If I do this, the tank dies. And then if I do this, the archer dies. And I can play this. That's pretty good, especially with lifesteal. And now we're good. Also, guess who did not check how the lifesteal decrements? Let's turn this on to normal speed. We'll play him. We'll train Steward to block for right now. We do not have trample. We are good to end the turn then. Okay. Alright, so maybe. What I need to do is put lifesteal on him when he doesn't attack. Okay, so let's engine upgrade there. You're not dying. That surprises me, actually. And of course, the drafts have burnout 1. So let's Shade Splitter. Sure, we'll Magma Morsel. I'll play a Dreg down here. It'll take a hit, but maybe we can put something behind it. Oh, he's got Sweep. We're not putting anything behind it. This train steward is still alive. how do we do this? I think we do it that way to... Nope, we're not getting any more damage in. That's okay. Let's just do that because we can. Alright, so. That's interesting. Of course, just give me all sorts of rebel morsels, because those are the most helpful. Alright. I think we Shade Splitter. Oh, we'll... Oh, these are dying anyway. Yeah. We win. We're good. So our Penumbra is really strong, but we don't have a lot of consistent damage throughout all of the waves. And I'd like to maybe get some more capacity. We'll take Packed Morsels. There's our reform that we're looking for. I'd really like to put like a holdover Ember reduction on that reform. And of course we get no spell shops. We do get another Umbra unit, so hopefully we can get Morsel Maker. Hey, there we go. Let's see what's in the Concealed Caverns before I do anything else. Do we feel safe enough that we can lose the 25 Pyre health? Is that a ballsy move? Maybe. Is it a dumb move? Maybe. The question though is, if I'm gonna duplicate something, what? Actually, I think I want to duplicate a Packed Morsels. And the reason for that is not just to make sure that we're getting good morsels consistently. It's also not so that maybe I can get rid of some Shade Splitters in the future. It's honestly mostly because we're going in to fight Seraph the Diligent. So if we have spells that already have Consume on it, and then we can save any other spells, that's just helpful for us. So let's go fight Daedalus. Constructed explosives have damage shield. Alright. Well, we got the full combo. Holy crap. Let's just get it set up. And I think we put Morsel Master in the back. Because then when we get up to this last floor, anything that makes it there, like if the boss gets there, we get as many hits in back as possible. So it might also be worth buffing up his attack and health if we can. We don't have any room for Packed Morsels without losing them. So I'm just going to end the turn, save them for a different round. This counts as a different round. So let's put Shadow Eater here. Let's play the Packed Morsels. I'm fine. Morsel Miner there. And... I think I want the damage shield more. There's definitely a case to be made for the Umbra morsel instead, but it's fine. So now, what's the best order to put this stuff? Do I stick him out just to take the hits? I think so. Or maybe put the Drafting back. Alright, so we get some damage in. I think we don't play Immortal Trade. Oh no, it's a double explosive. No, sorry. It's only single explosive. But it's an explosive that does damage, and somehow we're healing for 14. Oh no. Alright, so here's our reform. One thing to keep in mind is this is also really helpful for reforming morsels. Specifically, our morsel miner. I mean, well, hold on a sec. If we get the morsel miner, I can stick it on this floor, deal 5 damage. Wait. Oh, you know what I did? I played the spell on the floor with the guy who has incant. That was smart. Let's actually play it on the draft. Let's stick you in front to take that hit, and then I'll stick the draft in back. Let's just play double train steward. And we're still getting 16 damage in on Medalist. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm digging our Maker Master setup at the top. Okay, so how do we want to do this? This floor will be fine. I think I want to try and clear out some of this first. The only thing I can really do there would be to add the draft. That being said, I still have one spot available for a morsel, so it doesn't matter what the morsel is, I might as well put it there. Entombed Explosive is helpful. So let's actually play that there. Let's get the extra Ember per turn. Playing Feast here doesn't actually help because I don't have any more room. But if we were going to increase our capacity after the fight, playing Feast would then leave us with one empty spot, which we could play a morsel and get 2 because of the morsel master. So instead, let's Shade Splitter, do one of those. I did it on the floor with Incant again. Let's do that. We'll just stick the Train Steward in front because why not? Alright, 35 is pretty good. We are going to lose everything on the bottom floor, but that's alright. Final wave. Okay. I'd really like to have picked up this one on the next round. Actually, what do we get? If I put this in front, I could get a little damage in, at least on this guy. That's all I'm gonna get. No room, no room, no room. Alright. My god, the numbers got 170 attack. Is that what I saw? Yeah. So the 17 units available for reform. We gotta get holdover on this. I might as well do that. I think this gives me the best buff, or the best output. Maybe that's not the case if he's burning out. I could have prolonged this a little bit more. Let's Shade Splitter, because we can get a little more damage in. And then, sure, we'll Immortal Trade. Get a little more damage. Sweet. I mean, at this point, I already know that it's kind of null point to be buffing everything on the other floors because the number is just gonna clean this guy up. 230 attack by the end. Here's to hoping for long fights. Formless Child. So I'm looking at Kindle and thinking that it'd be really handy if I had a bunch of stuff that was I could guarantee would help me burn through all of that extra ember, which I don't have yet, but that doesn't mean that I won't. Formless Child, there's going to be so many different units, and not all of them are going to benefit from this. Like, if it was only drafts that were getting this target, that would be worth it for sure, just because of the multi-strike. Purge is interesting, but then I run into issues of Ember management. So I think we pick up Kindle just in case, but also because we might get an X cost spell soon. Hopefully soon. What do we do here? I think, honestly, we might just take the gold. I've already got so much money at this point. I don't have room for another Shadow Eater, or at least not enough room to justify getting it. And Crucible Collector would be a good option for, like, I guess maybe the first floor. Yeah, let's just take the Crucible Collector. We can figure it out. We want the extra capacity for sure. I'm looking for the spell upgrade. Oh, we get the Vortex on the same side. And the Pi... Okay, this is definitely the way we're going. I want to go get the Melting Remnant draft, but I need to get rid of some Train Stewards. I'm not going to have capacity for them, and they're going to take up too much space. Okay, that's not what I wanted to see. So let's put Ember Reduction on Molded. Nothing benefits from extra magic powers. Let's re-roll. That is not the holdover that I'm looking for. I mean, I guess we just reduce the cost of engine upgrade. Does anything benefit? Oh yeah, these benefit from double stack. It's good to have on like a final wave situation. And honestly, I think it might be worth spending the extra gold just to purge these other two stewards. Bring us down to 25 cards. It's pretty efficient deck right now. Obviously, we've still got a ways to go, but... So, now the question is, do I want Trample? Because I do have the room for it. Or do I want better Gorge stacks? And I think the answer is better Gorge stacks. 230 damage is pretty good, but 300 and 400 damage is also pretty good. I really hope we can get like a Lady of the Reformed soon. Okay, this one might be a rough fight because they're gonna heal every floor. So let's start. Alright. I'm glad we didn't get Morsel Maker first, Um, I actually think we want to play the Shadow Eater here instead of the Crucible Collector below. And the reason for that is because then I can get a morsel in the next turn, play it on this floor, and make sure that he dies so that I don't get too many of the Weight of Contritions. Alright, so here's my morsel maker. Top floor is set up, ready to go. So let's actually give the Shadow Eater the damage morsels. I actually do want to put one right here. We can give Penumbra the damage shields. Then I can... Oh, I should have got rid of that. Oh well. Those will kill that Dreg, so we're not going to play it. I don't have any Ember to play the Weight of Contrition, so we're taking 3 damage. But we're getting quite a bit accomplished. Okay, so he's dead. That's good. That is a pain in the butt. Let's get the Magma Morsel going. Get some extra damage in on those guys. Does it make sense to play the Entombed Explosive as well? This would get us up to 65 damage, but then he just heals up on this next floor. Extra 18 still leaves us with 12. Sorry, can't do that because then he runs out of space. So I guess what is the morsel we get? Plus 3 health actually is not bad. So let's put him out there. And then... Yeah, it doesn't make sense to play anything else right now. So we'll just end the turn. And hopefully we can handle the 95 health guys. We can handle the 95 health guys. Oh, this is not a good turn to have Kindle. Let's play the Weight of Contrition. This doesn't really do anything for me. Except it does put a draft into the burnout pile, so sure, why not? I really wish we could have killed him. We'll get him on the next round. We'll get all of them, actually. Penumbra's just going to one-shot the front line. Then the 2 morsels will take care of the Absolver. And then the morsel master in the back takes care of the shaman. So let's get rid of the contritions. No one likes that. Sure. That takes care of the 2 small guys. He'll die. Yeah. 152 already. Look at that. Let's play a Dreg. Get it out of the pile and it doesn't die immediately, so maybe we can protect it or use it as a shield for something else. It's not what I was looking for, but thanks for playing. Okay. Let's just play this here. Get the extra Ember. Maybe it'll be helpful. Hopefully it's helpful. Let's play some morsels. Let's see. Actually, it does make sense to play this because he'll take some damage. Do I play the Immortal Trade now? Yeah, I think we can get away with that. Maybe we'll draw that Ember generating consume spell. We didn't. In case it wasn't, evident. Let's play the Drag to sneak a little more damage in, get rid of the Weights of Contrition, and we kill this guy in like 2 hits up on the next floor. Okay, 3 weights of contrition. Don't know if you can hear the thunder in the background, but it's been kind of doing that on and off all day today. The infused mallet, huh? Sure, we'll take it. Ember Forge, huh? Crucible extension. See, all these cards are pretty good in their own right. The problem is they're expensive, either in terms of ember cost or in terms of capacity. I guess if I had to take one, like gun to my head, I probably would take the Crucible extension, because Excavation Eruption takes too much setup, and then it's not consistent enough. We do have a Merchant of Magic coming up. Let's see. And I'm back. Sorry about that. There's a spot in my basement where water likes to pour in from outside. Thankfully, it's all unfinished in that particular area, and it all drains, thankfully. But just needed to make sure it wasn't worse than it could have been. Gotta love the rainstorms. Anyways, so we were talking about these, and I would want Excavation Eruption maybe if we can reduce the ember cost, which we could do if we go this route, which lets us heal up, which we need, and get rid of some other cards, which I think we could get away with. 2 Shade Splitters for sure. Honestly, though, I might consider going that route regardless. We could just take the gold. Yeah, alternative would be to get a little more gold, maybe get another artifact, which tends to be pretty good when we're playing as Umbra, I've noticed. And we can go Concealed Caverns. Let's take the Eruption. We'll reduce the Ember cost in the next magic shop. We got Subsuming Blade. Oh, this though. Fatal Melting. I mean, you've seen how many units we can reform by the time we're done. We've gotten up to like 20. This just does 60 damage to everything. This I'd have to build up, but... You know what? We're early enough. I think we could make Subsuming Blade work. So we're going to give that another go. I know we've already mastered it. Well, it's gold is what I'm getting at. But I think we can make some crazy stuff happen. So here's that holdover that we wanted. So let's reduce this. Do we want holdover on Molded or Subsuming Blade? I actually think we want it on Subsuming Blade. Especially since we've decided that's the route we want to go for the consistency. Do I want magic power? We'll put it on Excavation Eruption. Actually, wait. If I do that, I can't re-roll and reduce Ember cost. So I would have to go to the left in the next one. And I don't know if I want to do that. Okay. A 1 Ember cost Subsuming Blade that with holdover. I think that's probably better than the 3 Ember cost extra magic power other spell. And we're definitely going to get rid of some Shade Splitters. And on to the next fight. Oh, it's the stealth boss. Okay. Good thing we're stacking Penumbra up on the top floor. Non-boss enemies also have 6 extra damage. What happened there? Oh, he took damage. Oh, here's our Maker Master combo. Ta-da! I think we'll just engine upgrade here, get the extra Ember production right off the bat. That's pretty solid first turn, I'm not gonna lie. And here's our Subsuming Blade. Okay. So here's what I think we do. I think we Shadow Eater. We have nothing to reform. Let's grab that. This will die, so we can't play it. And there's nothing for us to reform. And just like that, our... Wait. Okay, so he still has lifesteal too. So lifesteal doesn't drop till he attacks, is what I'm taking from this. I'm still gaining 22 health. That's pretty sweet. So what do I need to... I need to block 3 hits for this guy to live. That's not enough. That's not enough. That is enough. Do I play Pact more? I think I play the draft here, actually. Get some damage in on that guy. Okay. The only thing I'm worried about with Penumbra is eventually taking so much damage from all the little guys that we get overwhelmed. So let's... Subsuming Blade. This is already starting to pay off pretty well. If I block 1 hit here, and then... Sure, stick him there. He at least doesn't die, but we really need to get something going on Shadow Eater, or we just need to let Shadow Eater die and then put the other Gorge unit on this floor. Okay, so he'll be up to full health after this, and then we'll start maybe seeing smaller increases, excuse me, in his overall health. Brief respite, huh? Okay. I think we Subsuming Blade, we double drag and draft. We get through some of this, and most of our stuff here dies. We are actually losing health there. I'm not really feeling like we have to play the Immortal trade. I'd rather have the extra Ember just in case. Let's see, that's 8 and then 15. So let's play the Collector there. Pact Morsels. And we'll just play all of these guys. Wow, that guy's making it up. Good for him. And this is why I thought about getting Trample. because when you get two beefy guys, it gets a little fuzzy. So he'll die in 2 hits. I think that was 2 hits. Okay, so we can actually play all of these cards. We can kill that guy. We can get 60 damage in on the boss. 80 damage in on the boss. We're not doing any damage. Let me reform. Let's get this morsel jeweler. Put that here. Now I'm thinking we go like this. And that isn't enough. Oh, I was looking at lifesteal. Okay. My bad, I thought that was different. Okay, well, now we're not dying at all. I'm just going to Subsuming Blade because we can. And we win. Because I have 400 attack on Umbra. Alright. Give us something good. Another Excavation Eruption. Sacrifice. I think we want Cannibalize here. Actually, I want Kindle. I'm thinking... Oh my god, yeah. Okay, I have a crazy thought. It's probably going to become nothing, but I have a bunch of cards that are just get a bunch of Ember. So what if, just work with me on this for a second, what if we played Memories of the Melted, Kindle, and then we had some X cost card that does something insane. I want to see if we can make that happen. Now, we can duplicate some stuff. I don't think we would duplicate the Subsuming Blade. We also have the ability to get rid of some stuff. I would want to get rid of these 2 Shade Splitters, which we can do. Let's get rid of the Shade Splitters. Executive decision. Let's see what's in the Concealed Caverns, because maybe we get a card we want to duplicate. It doesn't seem likely, but you never know. Okay, Ember Stasis is fun. Yeah, let's do Ember Stasis. That'll help us get through some of the bigger waves of stuff, maybe. And then, what do we duplicate? Do we go for another Packed Morsels? I don't think we do another Subsuming Blade. I mean, it's not the worst idea, but... I mean, Packed Morsels benefits us not just because of stuff like Shadow Eater, and not just because of stuff like the Crucible Collector, but then it also benefits us in the sense of Memories of the Melted. Subsuming Blade is just flat extra damage right away. The problem is consistently donating 2 Ember to the cause of extra damage. I think 1 Subsuming Blade is probably enough, at least for right now. If we get the opportunity to duplicate it again, maybe we do, because it'll be a lot stronger at that point. But I think we're fine just taking this, and then stuff will get rage with Fel. Okay. So what are we looking for right now? We're looking for that X cost card that puts us way over the top. I love that we're getting our Maker Master combo on the first turn every time. I don't think we do anything else, so we'll end the turn. Obviously, better burnout synergies would be helpful, but literally anything that yeah, we want the X cost card. Burnout synergy stuff would be nice. That's kind of what we're looking for now. Let's see. So technically, I would live. And then to avoid incant, we can go up here. We can play all of these. We can get this guy going. This is going to die. So if I can do something about these... Let's kill that so we can get more oomph. Let's also just play the draft to get more damage through. Alright. Okay. That'll be exactly lethal to that guy. Let's play the Shadow Eater there. This has Slay. We're gonna play the Packed Morsels. That I want to play at least one there. Does this save the Collector? It does not. That saves him though. And then let's just get even more stacks of lifesteal. This guy's fine. Yeah. End turn. Okay, so if I Subsuming Blade this, like that, I exactly die. We can stick a drag out front, we take no damage there, and then we can draft. This guy's dead. My Shadow Eater is dead, that's not good. But we saved the Crucible Collector, and I think the Collector is probably going to be doing more for us than our Shadow Eater. At least, so I guess, how do we make it so that they're both good? Because that's really the problem I'm having right now, is getting them both set up and then consistently being fed and not dying. The problem with the Collector is until you get it more health, it's susceptible to high damage stuff. Oh, your stupid sweep ability. Alright. So let's do it this way. Kindle. We'll get the proc for Subsuming Blade. We're just gonna kill that guy outright. Hold on, what does he get? He gets Rage 2 for Slay. I think it makes sense to... I think it makes sense not to play this, actually. Not yet. So we got 35 damage on our subsuming blade. I think we kill this. Now we need to address stuff up here, because this guy is going to hurt. This is where Trample would be really helpful, by the way. And I haven't once had to use Feast and then play a Morsels up top. So I think after this fight, we give him Trample if we're given the option. No question about it. Well, that's 0. And play this. Doesn't make sense to put a Morsel up on this floor, so we're going to load this one up with as much as we can. Give him more stacks of lifesteal, which is always helpful. This rage is really hurting us. This will at least die in 3 hits, but that means that this guy gets through almost definitely. I think we don't play the Immortal Trade, because we want to have as much Ember as possible to clean up, otherwise we are going to lose. Sure, why not? Okay. See, look at that. 35 Ember. We just need those X-Cost cards to come in and we'll be set. Okay. Let's see. If we play this here, we get a little more caught up above. That helps us too. I have to play Subsuming Blade on this guy so that he dies in 2 hits and we don't lose. This guy will die no problem, and we're about to enter the final wave, so we need to be way more stable than I feel like we are. I think I just want to Subsuming Blade this. Be done with it. Of course, I get a feast when I don't have another morsel I want to put up. So I'm just looking at health totals, and I think if we put Immortal Trade here, he goes up to, I think he'll go up to full. Yeah, he goes up to full. What am I talking about? This will die. Fel will end up not being able to do enough damage. I don't feel like we have to play a Calcified Ember in that case, so we're just going to end the turn. We'll be sitting pretty up top. That lifesteal is really helping us out there. We might as well give him more. Does this do anything for us? I mean, it's only burnout 1. I don't think that's... I don't think this helps us at all, but I might as well just grab something. 41 damage is not enough to get another stack on that, but we're good. He should be dead. Bam, just like that. 18 units available, 52 Ember on Memories of the Melted. We just need the X-Cost end the game card and we're good. telling you, this Maker Master combo is ridiculous. Oh, there's Trample. Oh, there's the X-Cost card that we're looking for. So just the Memories of the Consumed was 52 Ember. So we could be at 56 Ember and then play Forever Consumed, and that would be almost 1700 damage. If we also had those double your Ember spells, okay, so the real debate is, do we take Forever Consumed and try to make something stupid happen, or do we take the Umbra Stone? I think we have an obligation to take Trample if it's available. There is not a guarantee that that is what we will be able to pick up after this fight. I think we have to take the Umbra Stone, or we risk losing this whole run. That's very, very difficult for me to make that choice, because I want the Forever Consumed or something similar to it. We have one more fight to find that thing. So now, I think we're going to go Pyre Health. But, what else do we have? So we could upgrade this with more health, which I think is a good decision. We've got Dregs and Drafts, woohoo. Entombed Explosive, Excavation Eruption, kind of I mean, upgrading Shadow Eater wouldn't be bad either. As far as spells go, I would want to add like Permafrost or something to like Kindle or Memories of the Melted. I think we have to go with the Pyre Health, which is unfortunate because I want... Well, let me see what's next. We would end up going here, probably. The Merchant of Magic. So, do we go for the safe play, or do we go for the fun play? Oh, that's helpful. I'll take Precious Plating. I have absolutely no shame in that one whatsoever. Oh, and we got a Permafrost. Okay, so I think we Permafrost one of the Kindles first. Let me wait just a second. Let's see if we get Trample. See, we didn't get Trample here. Yeah, we have to go with Glutton 3, I think. I'm so glad that we picked up the Apply Trample spell. If we hadn't picked this up, we would probably have a guaranteed loss because we can't get through all of the enemies. We haven't stabilized all of our floors the way they should be. So let's reduce Ember cost there. Let's re-roll. We did not get another Permafrost, and that's okay. Actually, I kind of feel like just getting 0 Ember for Umbra Stone. That's fine by me. Does double stack only really affects us with Immortal Trade? I don't think... For when we use Immortal Trade, another 3 lifesteal is not going to make a big enough difference that I think we should spend 100 gold on it. It can be helpful, but when we're basically just playing them on Penumbra, and Penumbra is sitting at 400 health, most stuff is going to die by the time those... Oh, another Umbra Stone. Silence is interesting, but so is Endless. Specifically, I'm thinking we put Endless on... We could put it on a Draft, we could put it on a Drag, we could put it on Shadow Eater, we could put it on Crucible Collector, we could put it on... I don't think we put it on either of the I don't think we applied to the Maker Master. Entombed Explosive. Entombed Explosive would be awesome with Endless. Oh, there's another 35 damage. Oh, there's another 35 damage. Yeah, let's go with Endless. That one has a lot of uses for us. Okay, on to the next fight. Okay. Spell Shield 2, that's a little bit of a problem with our Subsuming Blade. Oh, no. We bypass Spell Shield because it's piercing. Never mind. That makes no difference to me. So we got at least the Master, not the Maker. So that's fine. And then... I think we Shadow Eater. And where do we put where? I think we go +3 on the Shadow Eater for sure. I think we just get the extra stacks of lifesteal on Penumbra, and we can give the extra health to Shadow Eater. We don't need to play Immortal Trade on anything. Entombed Explosive, we don't have the Ember to do, so pass the turn. Okay, well that's dead. That's good. Let's put our Morsel Maker up there. Let's kill... I'll just kill one of them. It's not a big deal which. Am I missing something? I'm gonna have to go back and check what's going on because all I've done is played Subsuming Blade, right? Oh no, I played the Morsel Maker. Okay. I was worried because all of a sudden I had 0 Ember and couldn't play Crucible Collector. And that was a problem for me. So stack this guy up because he's a boss. And then we don't play anything else because it all dies. Hear me out. Only for this turn. Because he has Burnout 2, he's gonna die to this guy anyway, but that saves... I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the right call because he gets one less Gorge stack, but... As long as the guy on the top dies, I don't care. Fortunately, he is not dying. So the 44 damage from Subsuming Blade does get us to killing him range. Like, exactly. Let's do this. And then we still have the option of how we want to kill this guy. I don't think... So if we play Subsuming Blade, our options left are to play a Drag and Immortal Trade, neither of which we're going to play. If we play Calcified Ember, we can't play anything else, and then we lose the Subsuming Blade. Either way, though, this guy dies, so I think we just play the Subsuming Blade, we take the 2 Ember carryover that we're going to drop it, and then this guy we will also need the Subsuming Blade. But he should die. He's dying even without Subsuming Blade, so we're good. And now we can apply Trample. So we're really sitting good now. These guys are already dying. So maybe we work on getting something done down here. Let's play the engine upgrade for the extra Ember. And let's actually play a drag. We'll hold on to the Kindle, obviously. We're already at 14 for Memories of the Melted. This guy will die on the next floor. So I think we just focus down here and we get rid of some of the extinguish effects. I don't care about his armor. I can pierce through it momentarily. But the extinguish puts our Shadow Eater at a disadvantage that I'd rather not put him at. So, let's see. $47 damage. And he's taking 21. I need to fix this. I think the problem we have is there's just not enough good morsel generation, which is my fault, honestly, but it's a tough situation to be in. So if I kill this, I go down to 22, so I at least still live, but not by that much. This top floor is doing very, very well. What I'd like to do is avoid him taking any more damage than is absolutely necessary. And I think what that means is Kindle, Excavation Eruption there. We did get the guy in the middle, which is what I was hoping we would get. I think we Subsuming Blade that. And I think we pass the turn. Brief respite, that's fine. What benefits us the most from Molded? We don't have Feast, so I can't put another morsel up with Penumbra. Maybe we just do the draft, get some extra damage in down here. 50 damage is pretty nice, though. They are both dying. Penumbra is healing, so let's just kill that guy. This guy will die in one hit. Don't have to play a draft, but I'm gonna. I don't think it makes sense for us to apply Endless to something, at least not at this point. So let's just end the turn. Yep. So let's Subsuming Blade him. Entombed Explosive to kill that guy. And actually, now we can play a Crucible Collector up here. And do we play a draft? No. Well, yeah, the draft dies, so, and he doesn't take damage, so he doesn't get his revenge proc. We're up to 29 Ember on Memories of the Melted. So let's end the turn. So this one makes sense to apply the lifesteal to, get some extra damage there. We could stick the drag out. I think we should Subsuming Blade, even if it's just to carry it over. I don't think that we're going to need the Calcified Embers. He doesn't have any lifesteal, but he's got 200 health and is hitting for over 500. So this guy dies in 2 hits. He will not have enough damage, even with all the extra stuff he's going to get right now. So 657. I can get behind that. And we're sitting at 43 Ember with Memories of the Melted. Only 56 damage on Subsuming Blade, but that's piercing, and it's every single turn, which is pretty nice. So yeah, I think we just end the turn and kill him in 2 hits. Alright, give us something good. So I'm thinking Ember Cache. Not because I'm still obsessed with getting the huge X cost spell off, but because it adds the Consume card 4 times to our deck when we're about to go against Seraph the Diligent. So I think this actually makes the most sense. I don't think we need a second Memories of the Melted. I don't think we need Sacred Wicks, and I don't think we need another Subsuming Blade this late in the game. I think this time we just take the gold, and we use that to buy artifacts and spell upgrades. Speaking of which, what spell upgrades do we have? Another Permafrost. No, wait a sec. It doesn't actually help us anymore, now that I'm actually thinking about this. I guess I'm happy that we saw the other Permafrost, but what I would hope for is adding that to something like our Memories of the Melted, so that we always have a Kindle and a Memories of the Melted, but then there's nothing for us to use it on. It would basically just be, hey, look what we did, and that's it. Well, hold on a sec. Maybe that's not completely true. Because that means that we have 2 Consume cards in our hand that we can play whenever we want to hold on to, say, our Subsuming Blade instead of... Okay. Let's see what's here. This is interesting. This is very interesting. So Light's Gift makes it so that Penumbra basically is never going to die. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong in this case. I don't even need Teeth of Gold at this point. It's this by itself will win me the game. I think just because we have so much gold and now I'm not worried at all, let's just see what other artifacts we can find. Extra capacity. Actually, Refracting Lens is not a horrible choice, just given how many Consume cards we're about to play in this next fight. So, let's go back here. And let's reduce the cost of Subsuming Blade to 0. I'm fine with that. Do we want to put Permafrost on something with Consume? Actually, I want to put it on a Packed Morsels, because maybe I don't want to play my Packed Morsels when I get it. Maybe I haven't got a board situation where it makes sense to get those morsels, and I just want to sit on it for a minute and see where it goes. And I don't want to put consume on excavation eruption. I think that is 160 damage though. You know what? Let's do it. And re-rolling puts me at 0. I can't purge anything. Well, not by paying for it at least. Our drags are mostly just in the way, aren't they? Yeah, let's just get rid of the dregs. So we got a couple drafts. We can reform those every once in a while. The dregs we haven't been reforming, and they're basically just a very, very temporary wall. Alright. I don't want to screw this up, especially after just saying we've basically already won. Alright. Penumbra up top. We'll definitely want a Shadow Eater. And I think... yeah, let's just get him pumped up right away. Especially with the +2 attack and lifesteal. I don't think we put Endless on this guy. I think we just end the turn. Well, here's the Maker Master combo. I don't like taking 5 damage, but I needed to get the other 2 units out here, so I'm fine with that. I don't feel like playing Feast on nothing just for the 5 health. So, one turn. Let's play the engine upgrade here, mostly to get rid of the consume. Let's play Subsuming Blade to kill something. Maybe something that's not dying up here. Hold on. Thankfully I don't need to play Kindle. I can get rid of both the self-mutilations. I have to play Subsuming Blade. The question is, what am I getting rid of? Getting rid of one of these light wings actually does save my Shadow Eater. I don't know if I want to save the Shadow Eater, honestly. I think I get rid of this one, actually. That does mean that this floor is going to be a giant pain in the butt here in just a minute. Actually, playing him saves my Shadow Eater. Cool. So let's Subsuming Blade. Yeah, no, wait, hold on. Let's think about this. If I kill the guy in the back, the other 2 go up, 13 damage to my pyre, they get attacked for 40, and then I'm gonna need to attack 3 more times to kill this guy in front, the Gilded Wing. That means he gets 3 more attacks, which means I would take 43 damage. If I get the guy in front, they all go up, they attack me for 25, and he would be at 60, and he would die in 2 more hits, which means 45 damage. So it actually is better to kill this instead by 2 damage, as it turns out. Alright. Penumbra needs to get stronger now, and I need to get Trample, is what this all is coming to. Okay. I think we'll just play one of the Kindles. Let's get rid of the self-mutilations. What can I molded? Does this work? This will attack, then that attacks and it dies. If I went like this, I would only take 5 damage. Yep. So, let's see. They will all die in 1 hit. I really need to get Trample, like, yesterday. But that's going to be 24, 27, 37 damage. I'll be at 20. I really need Trample because this guy is going to not be fun. Where is my Trample? Alright, so at least these are all dying. Let's get rid of the Vengeful Shard. Yeah, get rid of that. We don't play Subsuming Blade first. Okay, so here's my thought process. I'm getting to a point where if I can get Trample on Penumbra, he'll be able to one-shot the entire floor. The only thing I'll need to be worried about is making sure he isn't taking too much damage before the Seraph fight. That being said, if I can stabilize and get to that point, I think we'll be okay. To help me get to that point, I think I need to take out as many of these weak guys as possible. So we kill that. That saves us Ember too. I just got it consumed, didn't I? Okay, well, that may have just screwed us over. Oh, and I just said not to do it. Okay. Oh, God bless it. Let's play the draft just to get it out of the rotation. I can't believe I did that when I specifically said I didn't want to do that. Oh, hey. Forgot about that. Let's Umbra Stone that, and now we're clearing the entire floor. Let's also... Alright, so we did get the Packed Morsels, which could be helpful. I don't know if I play this yet. want to play this Calcified Ember, though, just to save some damage up top. Since everything here is dying anyway. Oh, duh. They all have dazed when they get up there. I don't have to worry about damage at all. So let's see. I mean, I might as well Vengeful Shard there, because he could actually do some damage to me. Get rid of the Mutilation. Get the Drag out of the rotation. I'm debating whether or not we should kindle Calcified Ember this. Oh, we're already at 428. No, we're good. Okay, end turn. Oh no, the final wave. Yeah, let's make this floor as friendly as possible. Let's get rid of Mutilation. Maybe we can Crucible Collector Remnant pack. I don't think that's actually going to do hardly anything for us, but honestly, on average, it's going to hurt us more than anything, so it is what it is. Let's actually play the Ember Cache now. And then we're at 29 for Memories of the Melted, which is doing nothing for us. Alright, so there were some big misplays here, but I'm pretty sure we win. Self-mutilation. Actually, we can feast. We're not really going to have a lot of other opportunities to do that, so it's fine that it got consumed. We can pact morsels. Actually, I think I'd rather just give him the extra health, just to make sure he actually gets through all of the BS that's about to happen to him. If we can molded something big like that, even if it's just got burnout 1, does that actually help us? It's that we hit him. This guy gets pumped up, and then he kills it. No, that doesn't actually help us. I would much rather just sneak in some extra damage this way then. Stick him in the back. 15 damage is 15 damage he didn't have on him before. And we should win. There it is. We did it. Let's make sure we don't take any unnecessary damage. You know, not that we have been pretty good about that already. Might as well play the Calcified Ember. And we win. Alright, so Maker Master combo, once again proving how stupid and ridiculous it is. But you know what? When the game hands you 3 Glutton upgrades in a row, and then you decide you get rid of all your normal morsels, you go Maker Master. That's not a great score. Covenant rank 10. Friendly units on the top floor enter with Dazed. Alright, so we got 8 more mastered cards. That's cool. Umbra's up to level 9. Shroud Mitosis. Create 3 copies of a morsel unit. Is that 3 copies on that floor or 3 copies that get put into your hand? I think that's on the floor. So this is actually really, really handy if you've got a good morsel. So that's cool. Melting Remnant did not get enough experience. I wonder how that gets factored in. Is it how many cards you were using of that? Because I feel like Umbra went way up and Melting Remnant did not. Alright. We look to be about halfway through mastering all the cards. I'm not going to sit here and count it out. Oh. You get different win streaks for the different Covenant rank thresholds. Okay. I did not know that. Now I do. So we'll have, assuming that we never go back and redo any of it, we have a 2-win streak for the Imp Cup as our best. And then starting next episode, we'll have Inferno Cup win streaks, hopefully. Cool. Well, trample applied. My previous best was 1. I've beaten it. I now have 2. Alright, well, if you enjoyed that video, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.